6 o'clock already now, it's just in the middle of a dream. God, it feels like I'm going out on a Friday night or something. It is Friday night. It's like 7:30. 7, I think, something like that. Goddamn winter. And I know, I got up today. I was up till like 5 o'clock in the morning or something. Last nighty or whatever. This morning. You know, doing computery stuff, and I found like that video after 3 months. I honestly thought, due to my drunkenness, let's see, what happened was, God, can I get my thoughts gathered? I went to the national event in Kumamoto. Now that was just before my beauty's birthday, so that was around October, I think it was October 9th, something like that, the event. Now, due to my my memory card getting filled up, let's see if we can this heat will go, okay, the memory card filled up, and I was drunk off my ass, and I placed the memory card, must have been just in my jacket or something, or in the bag that I had, and I just I actually thought I deleted all that the entirety of it, because I had placed my other memory card into this potato can that I'm holding right now. And so I'm like, shit, all that entire day. God, I had a good time that time. And right at the end, these 3 birds picked me up, and actually they were at the event, and they were girlfriends of some of the riders, and they saw me stumble bumming my way around. I missed the courtesy bus, and they go, "Oh, where you going?" And I said, "Oh, to the train station." And I actually had it written on my hand, the name of the train station in one of these texters, and they said, yeah, no worries, and they took me there. It was really good of them. And so that was right at the end. You just see a clip of it, and that's where the memory card totally filled. And I actually you can see that I stopped and start, trying to get, squeeze in as much footage as possible. And I found the footage, and so last night it took me ages, because I had 2 full videos to place up, because I had to put that replacement video up, because tab mic is stuffed. But that's that. So yeah, and then I got up at like 10. So I've had a big day. I got up at 10, hopped in the bath, fell asleep, came out, took my the kerosene heater into the toilet to preheat the toilet, just kept it in there, read some book about the Ford Falcon, and which I've been reading for just months and months, and reading about conversion tables of like kilopascals and volumes and weights and measures, all that stuff. And then, because I had to use my brain, I was sitting in front of I was sitting on the throne, and I had the kerosene heater, and that warmed up the room so much, the dunny, that I go, God, I'm sleepy. And so it was like 12:30 or something at this time, and so I go, I'll just roll out the bed and just have a half an hour rest. Might set my alarm, but I didn't. 4:30 comes around, I decide to get up. So big day, mate, big day. Then I uploaded some stuff, right, about some of these really nice Chinese folding fans, the Cowboy Bebop cuttings, and that was that. And then I'm like, right, I'm gonna go. It's sort of like getting ready when you're 18 and you're going, yeah, I can't wait to go out tonight to a nightclub. And now this is what you do when you're 53, you see, because I'm a philosopher. This is what you do. I'm all excited. I'm going to go to this big hardware store down here to have a look at water and gas pipe fittings. Yes. No shit. So that's what I'm doing. And then I'm gonna I've got like 3 real kick-ass go boards out of that compilation that's there. So I'm thinking I might list a couple of those, at least do something. And then I can start playing with that generator again. Yeah. Hey, lifestyles of the rich and famous, or the poor and infamous. You know, you got all those dudes like Carl Schwab and his mates all at the World Economic Forum. The elites, yeah. The Green Street elites. Oh, they're elites, mate. They're elites. I remember when they were at school and they were like all the dweeby wimps that we used to just not even bother speaking to. And now look at them. They're like, I'll get you, my pretty. Yeah, look at them. They're all just a pack of freaking losers that hide behind gated communities and hide behind walls and shit. Hey, none of them can actually do anything. Hey, you ask them to come out, right, fix that generator, dickhead, because you're an elite. They can't do shit. Hey, how's that freaking, what's that freaking dickhead's name? The Inconvenient Truth guy and John Kerry and his mates, you know, oh, carbon footprint and carbon tax, mate. Well, they've got 15 frickin' yachts and 10 fucking mansion houses. It's all bullshit. They're all bullshit artists and they're trying to exterminate you. They're just cowards, and they always have been. And yeah, they're just like those kids at school that you never bothered to speak to. All the girls were not interested in them. They were interested in blokes like me. And they're all shitty about it still. They're like, I'll get you, my pretty, back then. And still they're going, I'll get you, my pretty. They have no life. They can't go out anywhere unless they've got their wall protection friends. Hey, it's talking about having 5,000 security people around. They're just cowards. Call them elite, eh? They even get an elite man, Brian Stelter, out there. Oh, fucking he can lead the charge. Yeah, mate, you lead the charge. We'll follow you, mate. Yeah, look at you. You really like to take care of yourself. He's a real man, that one. Brian Stelter. Hey, they bring him out of the woodwork again. Yeah, I'd follow you in the battle, mate. Yeah. Real elite champion of men people. Yeah. Anyways, enough of them. Who cares what they do? I don't give a toss. They're just sad act no-lifers. They've never had a life. And, you know, me, life was shit, grabbed a backpack and just left. None of those cows could do that. None of those cows ever had a fight in their lives. None of those cows ever had a fight for their lives. None of those cows can... They're just cowards. They're all cowards. Right? They're just cowards. They're hiding behind their gazillions of dollars. And what do? Make more gazillions of dollars. Why? Because that's all they know. That's all they can do. They can't do anything else. They're just useless people that want to allow each other to believe that they're elites. Elites, eh? Imagine one of those elites, or 10 of them, met me in a dark alley, eh? And me having a few too many drinky poos and not having a very good day. Bring 100 Brian Stelters. God. Anyways, now, water pipes. On the bottom of this this hot water servicey tank thing that I want to convert into a heater, a wood fiery thing. How dare you! Thanks, Greta. You've got no boobs. That's why you're upset. Yeah, that's all. She's just another one. It's you know, schoolyard kid that you didn't bother speaking to, and she's snotty because she's got no tits, and all the boys were keen on the other girls. That's all. That's what's going on in the psychological, you know. Yeah, a psychoanalytic interpretation of all those shit breeds. They're just... Back to the gas thing. Now, what I need to do, I measured the threadings. On the bottom of this tank, there's a couple of threaded external pluggy things. When what I'm thinking of doing, I've seen it before, like gas caps and stuff like that, caps for gas pipelines and shit. I might have to go to some pro shop or something, or see if I can figure something out. As far as I know, water and gas have a certain type of, forgotten it right now, BSP I think it is, British Standard Pipe. I think the standard threading on those are. Now that thing there, they look to me, it could be 1 inch British Standard pipe, because I measured it just with a tape measure. I think, oh, that's roughly what that is, and it come up about 25 mil. Now 1 inch is 25.4, so I'm thinking they're British Standard pipe 1 inch threadings, as far as I know it to be. I know with you would generally use Teflon tape with see, none of those cowards hiding behind walls and know what the F I'm talking about, but they're elites. They can't do shit. Anyways, so I'm gonna have a look to see if I can find some piping to block those thingies off, and that'll be the initial thing. And then, but that's not exactly the plan. Today the plan is to play with that generator some more, see if I can repair all of those mountings, because it's all externally, it's, how do you say, what's that word, it's got an ED on the end. Yeah. That's what's going on there. Yeah, but so I'm going to play around with that. And oh shit, I knew I was going to forget that. There's a petrol station just up here. I'm going to grab a litre of fuel before I forget. Rules. Where I come from, there are no rules. So I rock into a service station. It's one of those ones over there. I don't usually go to those ones. I usually go to the self-serve. And this bloke, I pull out my gasoline tank, like I usually use for the motorcycle and shit like that. For just want a half a litre for the generator. And this bloke says, "Oh no, you can't do that." I go, "Oh, it's the rules, innit?" And at the back of this rig I've got an Australian flag, so I go, "See, I'm Australian, there are no fucking rules." I actually said that literally. And I go, yeah, I get it, and no worries. And so I just went across the road. He said, "Oh, maybe down the road here, just here, there's another one just here, but they'll probably give me shit too." So I just crossed the road, went over to a self-service and just did it myself. There's always these bullshit fucking rules that you get. There's always rules. See, if they don't have rules, they got less control. You got less control, they can't subjugate and servitude and all the fuck out here all day long and say, "Hey, you just keep giving us food, right?" Who gives a shit? We're all gonna, or you're all gonna die. Who cares? Okay, now that that's done, tank's in there, let us go and have a look what we have, shall we? I have to sort that out. I should have sorted it out earlier. I'll do that tomorrow. Oh, hang on. No. I'm waiting on a bloke to give me his phone number. That's right, so I can stick it on the invoice. I've sent him a few emails. Haven't gotten a word back yet. Right, let's go do this. Okay, cookie. Yeah, we're just having a look at some. They're just about to close in surprise. So winter time they close at 7:30. I think this section at least. And then summertime they're open till 8:30, I think. Oh, that's a pity. I wanted to play some more. But they do have. Here we go. I found these here. I bought these. British Standard Pipe. I think that's. What do they call that? What do they call this? I would have called it 1 inch. They call it, it's a cap. They call it 3/4. 3/4 is 19 mil. Let's see. We'll see. Maybe I'll have to go bigger. We'll see. Don't know yet. Now, 90 mils, 3/4 19.05. I can't remember if we'll work it out. Now, let's go do this. At least I know they got that sort of stuff. I can always keep the receipt on me. If I have to go bigger, I just bring it back and then go up size. Right, at least I know they've got that sort of shit. If I had a pipe cutter, I could probably do something. Make up a flange or something. I suppose that's the next project anyways. Yeah, okay. Lovely evening, is it not? Yes, I'm really excited. I want to get to the warehouse and start getting stuck into this work. Now I've got to do my usual work first of all, and then I'll get at that. Yeah. Let's chuck that into overdrive, shall we? Now that we've crested the hill. Yeah, I've resolved to think that I've bought 3/4 and I should have bought 1 inches, but it doesn't matter because I can always just exchange them on the morrow. The good thing is I know that they've got that gear anyway, so I'm cool with that. And then I can I got a chance to have a look at some other stuff. I said, oh, can I have a couple of minutes? He goes, yeah, no worries. And I figure what I might do, I've got a pop rivet gun, and there's somewhere I've hardly ever used it, so I'll formulate some plans. Got some sheet metal there, maybe I'll get some lighter stuff and yeah, formulate some plans for that. That's sort of on the back burner a bit, but I want to get at it at some stage. I don't want to make this awesomeness of awesome and then find that winter's gone over. So that's that. Didn't expect that to come up on me. I've been saying I'm going to build another Thunderbox for freaking years, and oh well. A great Thunderbox I'd love to have again would be like the barbecue one that I made, like that with that 6mm plate, and I used an angle grinder. I cut a hole out of it, and yeah, made a beautiful barbecue plate on top of this thing. God, that was good. Used to burn sumi, which is charcoal, and wood. How dare you? Yeah, how dare you stay warm? Yeah, gonna have to sell some of my mansions. Yeah, I was watching. He was a Mark Dice and also Henrik over Red Ice TV on Rumble. They were talking about the World Economic Forum and stuff like that. It's good to sort of be clued into what the filth they're trying to do to us and all that sort of stuff, but fuck them. They've got no life, so that's good. Look at this, Friday night, it's like 7:45, and I'm doing this. Yeah, great, loving it, just loving it. What am I, maturing? Hey, I should be out on the town drunk as fuck, having a wild time. Oh, I'm pretty much done that. We'll use the indicator. How about that? Alright. Now, let's yeah. Oh, I went to have a quick comment on my YouTube channel there because a chap said he was talking about how he was able to produce pictures when I was walking into the hardware store. I had a look at my phony poos and said there was a comment there. So he's talking about how you can how he went about creating a light source in this box thing and was able to blow up the film, the 35mm film stuff, that type of thing, in order to produce something. And I'm like, wow, that's pretty bloody cool, eh? So thanks, mate, that's cool. I wanted to give you a likey poos and all that, and I said I had to sign in and all that sort of stuff. I didn't worry about that, so I'll get on to that. Okay, let's keep going. Stop. Cover time. Nope, it's not. Every time you see, let's have a look now if I have got the right size or not. I resolved to believe that I didn't, and then I did, and I'm starting to believe that I have the correct size now for the ones that are on the bottom. And why am I talking like this? I don't know, because I'm a little bit on the strange side, I guess you could say. Please to. Stop. Have time. You know what? I reckon we might be in frickin' business here. Stop. Take off plastic time. Yeah, see, I thought I got the sizing right. On the packaging it said 3/4, but see, British Standard pipe, I believe that to be. See, there's some Teflon tape on there too, because it's being a water tank, hot water service tank. So I'm going to have to convert somehow. I measured that. I remember it was about 25 mil or something, which to me would be 1 inch. 1 inch is 25.4 mil. But with BSP, it's all wonky because the British are a bit odd, you know. Get on TikTok. Australia, hey, they sent us off to some shithole in the southern hemisphere, and now look, beach babes, you know, and some of them aren't even wearing anything at all. Lots of beaches and sort of. Don't come. It's terrible. Anyways. So I figured I got the measurings right. Now on the packaging this said 3/4. Maybe it is. But personally, I think I'm right. There you go. Stop. Hammer time. Cut time. So, but how do they lock them up? They just lock them up like that. They get that. Don't matter. Anyways. But yeah, with water you generally get your Teflon tape in the piping there. I did a bit of piping with tool making years ago. That's why I know about this standard British standard. I know about different threadings and shit like Whitworth threads and all that sort of bullshit. And I did drilled a bunch of waterways for these dies that would press out, these steel dies that would press out plastic parts back in the day, when I was a slave in a factory at 16. Yes. Anyways. But I escaped. Like one of those, like cattle all in the line, right? And, all these cattle were prodded, and a whole bunch bumped into each other, and boom! Suddenly I'm on the top of the corral, and I fall off, and I go, shit. I could be free, and I just fucking ran. You know, that freaking bull that just keeps running and running. They're trying to chase after him. He's worth about $400, and they didn't catch me. To make the wood gasifier. The Colony. Wasn't that a good... If you haven't seen it, check out The Colony. Not season 2, because that was sort of okay. Season 3 they tried to go for. It was a great show, but it's just season 3 someone apparently fell down some stairs and died when they were trying to do this fight scene or something, so they axed the whole show. But there's this show, if you haven't seen it, this group of people, the colonists, and they put them in some kind of downtown shithole in LA, I think it is, and in this sort of desolated desertification styles factory area. So they go into this sort of engineering factory or something. It's all deserted, and the place is deserted, that area, and they've got all kinds of stuff that they can utilize. And so they make all this shit, and there's some are into electrical engineering, and some are into nursing, and some are into stuff like that. Handyman bloke, he was awesome, and his mate, they would knock up stuff, and the reason why I'm saying that A, because I'm mad. No, take it easy. God, you people are so mean. Now, what I'm thinking, they create this gasifier for energy to run this a generator. Yeah? And so it's just rad shit. If you're into rad, and if you haven't seen it, you're gonna love it. Yeah, The Colony. Yes, and yeah, it's a fantastic show. I really loved it. It was really post-apocalyptic theme type of stuff, and loved it. Sort of really right up my alley, you know. And I've got a mate that's in all this sort of shit too. So now, my questioning is how much pressure would be developed in this if I was, and I could, because I saw the fittings, and I reckon I could give it a go. I just do recall that when I had my Thunderbox, sort of about a third of the size of this, I'd say, in volume, in cubic centimeters, cubic inches, and oh god, I've been reading all these conversion tables. I'm thinking, I wonder, because of its expansion chamberies, if I was to... See, I didn't draw that line there. Someone drew that, because they were thinking about cutting this up and turning this into a Thunderbox, a heater itself. Now, these flanges here have threadings, so I could probably do something with that, block those off. Now, in general, actually, across from me, he's working. He's always there. He doesn't sleep. He's actually got a system, one of those stovey things that he bought, and he's got a piping running out of it. Now, the piping itself is larger than this diameter. Now, I recall when I had the Thunderbox roaring years ago, I had a provision whereby I'd open it up like this and toss stuff in it, and that, when I was really having it roaring, like midwinter, the coal, I had all walls around this gazebo that I made. Summertime, I'd take the walls off and it'd all be mosquito netted, and inside I had one of those swimming pools, the blow up swimming pool. It was quite a large pool too. It was like, from diameter wise, from say here to, you know, maybe nigh on here. So, you know, it's pretty good, and, you know, yay high. That was fantastic, that. Anyways, built all that. And I built a shed, I built all that shit, you know, so I can do shit. Anyways, what I would do, have this provision where you, which was already made. I just modified it and put a barbecue plate on it. In the center, I put the piping, which is what he's got over there. Text me off. I saw the bloke this other bloke this very day. He came out to close his shutters, and I was pumping some kerosene into my thingy and we had a bit of a laugh and a joke there. And he's burning sumi. I can smell it, the charcoal. And he changed. He just bought a new piping system. Right, just the exhaust pipey thing, right? And he said, oh, it was all stuffed up, the other one. And I said, oh, did you get rid of it? Because I could have cleaned it out, right, and used it. Anyways, I don't see any of those things with flanges on them, so I could probably make up some formulation of a flange, possibly. But my question, if I could get to that point, I'm wondering if, say for example, I close this off. This is water piping, and they've got the bends, they've got the tubing, it's all threaded, they've got the bends, all that stuff. They've got the bends, maybe they came up too quickly. I just know everything, that's all. If I If I were to just say, do this, what they're thinking, alright? They're thinking of doing it here, don't really like the positioning, but, and then, you know, I'm just thinking about how I would feed it, and to what pressurization, because it's so big, you wouldn't have that much of a big fire in it anyways to make a small area warm. I'm thinking maybe plonk it here, or even have it mobile. Wouldn't that be fucking rad? Now, I would like to know how much of a gasifier bomb would I make if I block that off, had that as a feeder, right? As an enabler, and just utilize this as the exhaust. Right, now generally it would be even larger than that as your exhaust, but would that, is that hole big enough to handle the exhaust if I was to create this so that it could pretty much seal itself, maybe with that that kind of material, that non-burning material that they use with a door in a furnace type of stuff. I don't know what you call that stuff, if I can find it, or just leave it spark away. So yeah, should I be thinking about this right now? No. Okay, now I do have some kick-ass go boards in here. There's one in there, there's one here, and there's one there that I'm going to present right now. Right, get the work done, then play. Oh, I want to play. He's gone mad. Oh, I gotta have a coffee first, and then I'll do that. Then I'll get back to doing this. I'm charging this battery so that I can go ahead and do what I just did there. Hopefully there's enough extra screws and nuts. That might be an issue. We'll get there. I bet you some poor chap out there is like, that goddamn ABAREBUGYO, and his brain's going, oh. Could do something with that. Yes. Yes. Formulating ideas here. Yeah. Before I forget, there was a lassie out there. She commented on the electric Koto video, and so I checked out her channel and decided, hey, I'll give her a bit of a subby. I sub to people when they talk to me. Now, I noticed that she didn't continue with her YouTube channel and her thoughts and stuff like that, because she mentioned that she'd like to create a channel and just sort of talk about life stuff. Well, there you go. You should keep it up, mate, you know, just keep it up, you never know. I mean, I've been shadow bandied and, you know, suppressed and, you know, all that sort of, I don't give a toss. Hey? Because look what I do. Yeah. You know? So just keep soldiering on, mate, and, you'll be alright. Now! Yes, it is an electric Taisho Goto, and sometimes that's actually a shorter one than I've seen before. I've had two of them before in that format, in electric format, semi-acoustic, and I actually have some here, and I've got one there. Now I think I've got that's acoustic. There you go. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I didn't realize. But what's going on here? What are we doing? Where are we going? What's going on right now? God, I have to contact those chaps. There's a chap that wanted that. I'm getting there. Now, the idea that's formulating here, in a perfect world, if I just block that off, fed that, because I couldn't really be asked. I do have a pop rivet gun. I said I had one. I know it's in here somewhere. There you go, right there. Haven't used that in freaking years, and I'm sure I've got some pop rivets around here somewhere. So I could make something, and then maybe utilize that to create a latching system or something. Maybe a begin there. Perfect scenario would be if I had the right type of wood and I could just feed it and use, or maybe just utilize coal if I was rich as shit. It's pretty expensive these days. Then create a piping system here, have mobility, yeah, and then I could take it back to the ranch, maybe build a little cabin in the yard instead of making a little vegetable garden, yeah. Or maybe if I was rich enough, buy a little block of land and put a cabin on it. Yeah, you knew the I was coming after that one. How about this perfect scenario? Do all this to atmosphere, not even bother with that right now. Block those off. Stuff, flammable stuff in there. That reminds me to go and get the fuel container. And it just told me the battery is low. And get a powerful vacuum cleaner and just vac out the dust. How about that? That's not a bad idea. To atmosphere. Right. I'm going to recharge this. Right then. Now let us continue with this, shall we? Hey, it's only like, what is it, 10:30 at night on a Friday night or something? Oh, well, that's not so bad. 10 to 10. There you go. Well, I should be out doing like what cool people do, like Dylan, and out there getting my top surgery or something. Real man. And we're going to take Hacksaw Ridge. Brian Stelter, they roll him out of the World Economic Forum. Man, we're going to take Coping Saw Ridge, and we've got to do something about disinformation. The very prominent one of disinformation. Okay. Right then, now, this is the number 2 bracket. I'm going to whop that off there. All of them are stuffed. So we'll do that one too, and that one over there. Yes. Getting there. I can tell, loving in your arms, loving in your... You know, I couldn't get my bloody spanner out now, did I? Yeah. I have to cut this one. Yeah. Getting there. These ones are slightly different than the other ones, but we are getting there. I can tell, loving in your arms, loving in your... Yeah. Just a nice even speed allows the blade to clear, let the teeth to clear the swarthy warpies. Yeah! I can tell. Got my spanner back. Loving in your arms, loving in your... Yeah! Emotion. Young bloke across from me, he's back. He came back again. Like 10 o'clock at night. The guy doesn't sleep, mate. He just works and works and works and works and works. He's married and all, but I know he's got dreams of having his own workshop. Showroom. He makes some really interesting stuff. So he's really, over the years, mate, he works his ass off, you know. But he's, as far as I understand, beholden, you know, so... Eventually, though, he will be free. Work will set you free. Okay. That's gonna work. Yes, and we'll pop that one in there, hopefully, and we'll see how we go. Yeah! Oh yes, got the... Ooh, yeah. You might need 2 hands on this one. Right then, yeah. Thankfully I'm finding some really interesting tools, and I don't mind these, they're not as strong as they... They're not bad. Now, but they're strong enough to break a bolt. God damn it! This thing here is pressed into there on that last bit. So what I'm gonna have to do is get a bit crafty. Now, I think I'll just grind that down and then see if I can pop it out. I don't think I can. I haven't got a press. But what I'm gonna do is just drill it out and go from there. Right, let's continue. It's getting more and more complicated. Everything. Yeah. Now I doubt I can pop that out, so I think I might have to drill it out. Cookie. Oh, we have a drill press. Right. It's a bit wonky and sort of shit, but hey, that'll do. Yeah. Right then, what we did was we, my 452 Ronin and I, managed to drill out this thingy here because I snapped the study thing off one of these, and so I'm like, oh, well, these employ an 8mm thready poos, and I wonder if I've got one. Tech tip of the day, kids. Hello, boys and girls, everyone out there and in the YouTube world. Mortsky Repair says that. Don't throw stuff away. See, I keep sort of stuff. How do you get all these tools? Well, listen, kid. This is like, you know, accumulated over a lifetime. That was a pretty good movie, yeah. Now, alright, so we found an 8mm bolt. We found an 8mm nut. We've got a springy washery there. Oh, look at that. Alright. Freaking sorted, mate. Sorted! As the English would say. So, very good English accent right there. Now, we'll whack a cutting wheel on that dealie there. Whack all this back together, and we'll just continue on. Yes, I just have to drill some clearance. So I can do the same as that. Don't have to, but that'll do. And yes, as I was saying, tip of the day, I was saying, shit, do I even have anything for 8mm clearance? That's sort of a bit too big, don't really like that. And they only go up to 6, but they'll like those. They've got the hex thingy, so you can slot them in instead of having to use a chuck. With the roundy deals, you know, they've got those like this. Yeah, they're great, I like them. The hexy types. So you can whack them in all kinds of things and applications. Now, I recall a light bulb moment. What's this? It's a privilege bridge. What's that? It's a metaphor for yourself. Anyways, ABC. I realise I still got this old set of doodass, and lo and behold, we have an 8.5. Yes, there you go. Right, let's do some clearance. Can't say this drill bit was too keen to get through that, but she did. I might just grind off that bit of the bracket thing there. She got through alright, so that's good. I just couldn't be asked getting the tool post grinder out. That's carburetion, and that one right there, and then you use that one there, and 118 degrees, and there you go, and you could put some clearance on. I know how to do all that shit now, don't I? So I used to be a slave. Thanks, parents. You sound so bitter, man. Hey, belated bitterness. Yeah. Okay, now let's grind that off. Yeah. Nothing like Friday nights, eh? What time is it now? After 12. Well, plug pulling time. I actually found this little fuel filter down here, but it doesn't really have enough space to pop that in there. Oh, it's a thought that counts. So a friend of mine gave me a whole bunch of nuts and bolts and bits and pieces and this and that. I should have used those. I should know the hexes. Oh, I'm just stupid. Alright, let's pull this plug. See if we got spark. Right then, let's see if we've got some sparky poos. Yeah! Woo! We do have spark. Oh, yeah. Quite a strong spark indeed. I don't know if that's gapped right or anything. It looks about right. What heat range this thingy is? What's that? It's a DPI. It's a 7. So if we need another plug, I think I might be able to pull one out of spide to this one. Might go the similar heat range or something like that. So yeah, we might be okay with that. I'm sure I've got a few plugs around for that unit. Whack a power plug in it. Hang on, this is a 4-stroke. Okay, pulled the plug, gave it a bit of a go with the old CRC. I mean, that's flammable, isn't it? But I learnt this old trick from Kevin from Junkyard Digs. Yeah, he swears on. He said this. See that kanji right there? That says kaji, meaning fire. So meaning flammable. Okay. So we have one carburetor. And I had to take that one off that one. Oh, let's see. Oh, shit, that might be too much. Probably flooded it now. Oh, you can smell it. That's a bit flammable. Alright, all systems go. We have a switch on. Let's give this a whirl. One time I was a bit noisy like that, and the bloke over there came running over thinking I must have cut my freaking hand off. At least it's good that people are around, you know, they can take you to hospital sort of thing. No, that was a feeling of, shit mate, I feel like I've just passed into manhood. I've walked up the top of the freaking Ayers Rock like an Aboriginal young boy, gets up the top and he becomes a man. Or, even better still, I'm like Dylan, he gets invited to the frickin' White House so he can eat kid-flavoured ice cream with Bidey and his mates. Yeah, manhood. Nice. Now, I don't want to put too much in this because it's very flammable. Thinking of kid-flavoured ice cream. That's the salty cracker. If you don't know salty cracker, you're not part of the movement. Get on Rumble. Yeah! Woo! There we go. She's gonna go, mate. She's gonna go. Now, from what I can see, so this let's have a look here. Yeah. Have the FBI knocking on your door. Hey, mate, you're not allowed to talk like that. But this is my world too, asshole. Yeah. What I can see here, now look at this. That layer says 5.2. It's only run 5 hours. Yeah, so like I was saying the other night, I reckon this thing here, so I had to repair that, and that, and that one down there. I'll whack all this back together. Have to remember that you choke right there, right? Now, see, generally with a like this, it's only run 5 hours, so I believe that this thing's just been sitting out in the snow, maybe up north somewhere, for many a year, and that's why the engine mounts have come away from each other and it sort of shit itself. So I reckon it shouldn't shake itself to death. I mean, that should be pretty good. I reckon that's not a bad fixer right there. Alright, so I've got some juice. Let's see if we can get some flow through here. I might just take that off and just give it a bit of a run it through a little bit into a bottle and just see how it looks first of all, and then we can start looking at idling. Now from what I know with generators, they've got to run on a pretty high idle. It seems like they're running too high. Now, I've done it before. I've made the mistake of dropping the idle down, thinking, oh, you're saving fuel, the idle's too high, but that's not the case, because it's got to run pretty high in order to get enough voltage flow. Get the old megahertzy amperages going, and the voltages, amperages. Actually, the bloke on that show that I mentioned, the Colony, he made that mistake too, and they weren't getting enough voltage running through, trying to charge these batteries. A great show. Anyways, I presume this down here, it might be, I'm guessing, is that like a sensor in order for this to tell this thingy, that's analog, and that'll be, I don't know, some kind of sensory thing in order to, that runs off, say, I don't know. Maybe that's how that works, or is that to do with that? I don't know. Alright, let's see if we can pop some more fuel in this thing and keep on going with it. Okay, next issue. What's happening here is she'll fire beautifully, but fuel is not getting from here to there. So there's a blockage. Blockages in the fuelers. Alright, so I'm gonna have to pull carby. Yeah. Alright, and yes. Meep. Real runner. Yes, so I would say that the jet is blocked. Let's just see if the float bowl's getting any juice. The juice, the precious juice, was hidden in the cup. One carbonator, so we are getting some flow, so that's for certain. Don't too much in there. Right, okay, so let's investigate this little bastard. What go on there? Okay, so throttle. Choky poos. Now I would say that I actually just poured some of that into this tube itself just to see if I can get enough flow. That didn't really happen, so I would say that this thing here, I'll pop this bugger, and then it should pop out. Let's have a look, see those, shall we? What's going on there? What are we doing? What are we going? What's going on right now? Do that to me when what's going on here? I've been listening to all these 80s songs. Right, I had to grayscale this, took the bolt out there, grayscale. I could see like the no fuel came out, so definitely from here to there, no fuel, go. I had to grayscale this so that I could open that up. Very dry, and it has some shit in there. I do it, yeah. Out there. I'll give that a bit of a clean up. Now, let's see, do we have to check this noodle and seat. Pop all that out, give it a bit of a cleany poos. That jet Lawrence jet. Hey, I'm gonna try and beat that guy. Now, some movement, but I presume that the seat, the needle is stuck in there. Definitely from there to there. So definitely the needle. That's even coming out right now. Yep. Okay, let's pull this apart, clean it up, and continue. Right then, I'm thinking I'll put half a litre in there. And I need to sort of scavenge some fuel and put in there, but I don't really want to do that because I want to keep this. What am I going to do? I believe that I've still got a little bit of kerosene sitting out in the rig. Woohoo! There we go. Oh yes, we do. Come on, baby. Put a bit of key eye into that one. It's just me here now. Hey, the zombie apocalypse. Everyone's died from and me being a pureblood. Yeah, can't say that. Because I didn't get the that you're not allowed to talk about. Yeah. Gummy detail. That must have been a reminder for me to get on. Or maybe I said that to a mate of mine. Oh, you're on gummy detail. Yeah. That's a shout out to a mate. Right, now let's keep going. We'll put that in there, clean these parts, pull that apart, pull that counter. Right. Yeah. Cocky, one mini needle and sheety poos. Yeah, it's the smallest needle I've ever seen. Now, that goes up there. Now, clean all this, clean all that, and then we'll maybe blow that out. We've actually put a little bit of air down there to try to crack her open. She didn't happen, so probably got some gunk stuck in there. Yeah, blow that through, and then we should be on our way, and then I'll have to see if this jet's cleared too. Okay, so I gave it a bit of a blowy poos in there and cleaned out that line. It did have a bit of a blowback, so I'd say I blew some stuff out of there. And this main jet will just be only jet. That's got to be a jet right there. Alright, better go right there. There's an idle jet right there, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. Of course. Mate. Stupid science! Alright, I'll blow that out too. Right, most of it's back together. I've got the filter and stuff stuck over there. I guess it's a matter, because I don't have much fuel in it, I guess it's a matter of getting enough fuel into the float bowl. I wish I could have filled the bowl and then popped it up, but because of this thingy here, I couldn't do that. I'm thinking of filling the bowl via here, because I know I'm getting some flow, but it's not much. I probably, due to gravity feed, I probably just need more fuel in there, so maybe I could pop that open and then blow in it. That's a way of getting some flow going on there. Yeah, I'd like to fill that float bowl up. That's what I'd like to do. But alas, kerosene make good stuff. Yes. But that's a bit grey now. I'll have to deal with that somehow, safely. Or else Greta Doomsburg. Greta Doomsburg. How dare you! Fighting me tooth and nail, mate. Tooth and nail. I would say that the small amount of fuel I've got in here, now it's starting to flow in it. So what I'm going to do is try to fill up the float bowl on the small amount of fuel that I've got in here, probably doesn't exceed or go over the tubey thing. And so what we're gonna do is go like that again, without the camera. You need 3 hands for this, and then pull it up and then put some more juice in there. Might have enough actually to fill that float bowl, and yeah, and then squeeze her in. Let's continue. 'Cause I'm your lady, and you are my man. Whenever you reach for me, I'll tell you to go, mother, and I'll hurt you as much as I can. Alright, so what I've been doing, it's fighting me every step of the way, I can do it. Now I pulled the carby off a few times, pulled it apart a few times. I've been trying to air blow her out, and there's a sort of a system there. I got the needle and seat to move, and then see every part sort of pretty much it's sort of glugged up, but I managed to get fuel to start flowing. At least I know the float bowl fills and it doesn't overflow. It's quite nice. So the needle and seat's good. Main jet, I tried to, there's this thing that sort of goes, yeah, so your float fuel comes up, and then your float or needle will close off, and there's sort of where your main jet is, you've got like a little side thing, and that sort of brings fuel through there, and it'll suck it up through the venturi. But what I found was I sorted all that out, wouldn't no go, and she'll go with that stuff, that's for bloody sure. And then what I found on top here, just in here, there's I figure I wonder what that is, and I figure that's probably through the circuit. That's probably your idle jet right there, which I expected something going up, like as in rigs like that. So this is an idle just here, so I popped that idle screw off, and then I popped that out, and then blew that out, and it felt like something happened, like I blew some gunk out of that. So I popped that back in, sort of set it basically to where it was. Might give it a bit more idle, and then utilizing this, watching to see if the flow, and it is flowing into the float bowl. I figure what I might do is close this off and try to get more draw, because it doesn't seem like it was drawing. But then I do that one. Whenever you reach for me, yeah, it's running on fuel and not that stuff now. I'll do all that I can whenever you need something, something I never Not bad. I think I need more fuel now, so I can get a decent flow. Yeah, because I'm not getting much in the way of flow. Yes. There we go. Ah, there you go. Broke this string like 3 times. I had to pull this goddamn thing apart. This thing is so erratic. You know, with these 2 butterflies, and this linkage here is all kind of dicked up. It's not like you can just say give it 1.5 turns on a mixture, and then so as far as I know, the idle screw would be bit better than this. But it's so goddamn erratic. These springs in here don't seem to want to help much at all. God damn it, stupid. It's starting to give me the shits. That's what it is. Hey? you know, if we could just get this thing to sort of sit about here and then just give a bit of slight adjustment, but it's not really happening. And then when I open this butterfly, the choke butterfly, it's like a freaking Formula 1 rig. I don't know. Oh, everything, it just fights me all the way. Broke this twice, and the third time I broke it, I end up punching myself in the face. You're starting to give me the shits, aren't you? Oh, that's enough of this bloody thing. I do have a spring in here I've kept for a long time, thinking that because there's 4 holes there, 1, 2, 3, 4, and there's a thing over there. I think maybe there's 2 springs, one for this tension this way and one for that way, and which will bring that up to the idle positioner. Because there's a bracket there with a hole, so I presume there's supposed to be a spring there to give that tension that way, but there's nothing, so that's all over the erratic show. I couldn't be asked anymore, but at least I got it to go. Yeah, I presume that is supposed to be under tension to there, and then you can whack your idle and then and go like that. But every goddamn thing, it don't seem to be getting much in the way of flow here, and starting to give me shit. Yeah, I do believe that there's slight springy there. I do believe that that's supposed to be under tension that way too, because I can see 4 holes in that bracket in there. That would mean I'd have to take that off, and should really do it, shouldn't I, just to find out. Another day. Bugger it. That'll do. 4 o'clock in the morning. Yeah. Another thing that occurred to me. You know, one of these days I'll take that tank off and put a spring there and maybe just wind that 1 turn or 1.5 turns with a mixture screw. And then at least that'll be under tension. Another thing occurred to me though, this maybe that creates a vacuum. Maybe that's what attributes also to its erratic behavior. Because we've got our little rocker cover here, and it's sort of like a pressure control valve, like if you take a PCV valve off something, it creates an erratic vacuum. So maybe that's set or something like that in the with this small filtration system. Yeah, maybe it's got something to do with it too. I had enough fun with that. It's fun, and then it sort of goes downhill and it just keeps fighting you, and then when you end up breaking the rope thing 3 times, and the 3rd time it punches you right in the nose. It punched me right in the face. I swear I felt like I was back in the ring. God damn it. Yeah. I punched myself. Alright then. Oh, bugger. That'll do. That's enough for today. Or for whatever. Yeah. Right. Play with some other shit. What's this gonna give me? I do believe if I could just have it set, proper spring load tension on there, I do believe, but I don't know, maybe I'm not getting enough flow out of this. Maybe that's all clogged up and stuff too, so it's not giving me enough flow. Oh, I don't know. Well, I'm happy I got the thing to go at least, so that's kind of a win. That's better. The old max value, 24 hours it is. It's great. Okay, that'll do. I'm running low on juice again. Yeah, I just, God, I smell like gasoline. Because I had this little squirty bottle thing I was using for hot juice in that float bowl, and sort of cracked the shits a little bit. See, that's still open. Sukiya. I sort of cracked the shits a little bit because when I went to give it a bit of a squirt, the bottle broke. It was like, it's been sitting there for years, and it was doing good, and then I put my thumb straight through it, and then it fuel all over my hands, and that sort of started to give me the shits. But yeah, in retrospect, thinking about it, I do so believe that there's a spring. It's supposed to be actuated springs on both sides to keep that toward the idle, pressure against the idle screw. And I think what was happening is upon starting it was so erratic because there was like induction pressure or something, and suction, and that sort of popped open the butterfly. So you got two butterfly, one for the choke. No one cares about this, but I'm thinking about this, and so I think that's what was contributing to just its erratic behaviour, that the linkages themselves, because they were all gummed up, still kind of are, but yeah, I think a spring's gone ting, and there's no pressure toward the idle screw. I think that's the main issue I'm dealing with right there. So whack another spring on it, see if I can just have a mixture of I think it's running real rich, so if I can just maybe run that mixture screw out just 1 to 1.5 turns, something like that, and then if I can just get the bloody thing to idle, we're good. But then again, it gives me something to do, see? Got plenty to do, but I mean soberly. Yeah, you know. Yeah, it's good, you know, and thinking the stuff like that, just sort of having a very rare sober life. It might be 5 o'clock in the morning now, which is kind of strange. Oh, time don't mean shit to me. Yes, so there you go. I'll probably wake up at like 2 in the arvo, pull a hungry fat chick and just sort of wake up at 5 o'clock in the afternoon and order some junk food. No, anyways, yeah, so I'm kind of happy that I sort of went, alright, well, instead of just drinking myself into an oblivious state, I'll play motors and engines and shit, and that gives me ideas on, you know, you sort of think about different shit instead of thinking so much about just how up the world is, you know. Yeah, and sort of, yeah, because I spend way too much time watching and thinking about the stuff that's the ship of fools that are the captains. My captains, they're running aground, mate, you know. And I think a lot about that, and listen to a lot of people that are just right on the money when they're over the target, you know. That's why they're getting targeted, of what's actually going on. So yeah, so it's sort of good to be able to just procrastinate on other stuff, other issues. My issue is an erratic idle, and that bloody spool, you know, that's ropey spool thing. That rope has been out and weathered, and so it hasn't had much work, but it's very, very weathered, and that's why all the linkages are all shot anyway. I broke that bloody rope 3 times. Oh well. Alright, signing off.
Elemental forces cause the egg to hatch. From it then came a stone monkey. The nature of monkey was irrepressible.